Listening test instructions. The listening test is about 50 minutes. There are 6 parts in listening test. You will have about 6 minutes to listen to each passage and answer the questions. The passage will be played once.
Hey, you look concerned. What's on your mind?
The final exam. I'm not fully prepared yet.
Well, don't worry too much. You still have 3 days.
Yeah, but 3 days will fly past in a wink.
Well, you still have time to cram things in your brain anyway.
Question 1. Why is the man looked worried?
You will hear a conversation in 3 sections. You will hear each section only once. After each section, you will hear 2 or 3 questions. You will hear the questions only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Hello, ma'am. I notice you're looking a bit worried near the Thunder Twister ride. Is everything okay?
Oh yes, thank you. I'm a bit concerned because my son was really excited about this ride, but I just overheard that it's malfunctioning and might be closed for a while. He's a bit nervous about the whole situation now.
I completely understand your concern. Safety is our top priority here. The Thunder Twister did have a technical issue earlier, so we had to temporarily stop the ride for inspections and repairs. We want to make sure everything is absolutely safe before it runs again.
That's reassuring to hear, but my son was really looking forward to it. He's only 7 and can get scared easily. Do you think he'll be able to enjoy other rides without worrying about this?
Absolutely. We have several other attractions that are both fun and gentle, perfect for younger children. I can help you find one that suits him and won't be overwhelming.
That sounds good. I just want him to have a fun day without feeling anxious.
Let's explore some safe options for him together, and I'll keep you updated on the Thunder Twister status.
What caused concern for the parent? Was the Thunder Twister operating safely during the conversation? What was the operator's attitude?
You will hear the second section of the conversation shortly.
One great alternative is the Sunny Carousel just a few steps from here. It's a classic ride with gentle, slow-moving horses, very popular among younger kids. Plus, it's very well maintained and safe.
That sounds much better for him. He loves horses. But what if he still wants something a bit more exciting later on?
We have a couple of options that are a step up but still kid-friendly. For example, the Balloon Voyage ride lets kids fly gently in hot air balloon-shaped gondolas. It has no sudden drops or sharp turns.
That could be fun. How about the wait times? I want to avoid long lines, especially if he's feeling uneasy.
Good point. Right now, lines are pretty short for those rides because many families are avoiding Thunder Twister. We can even get you a fast pass for those attractions, so you won't have to wait long at all.
Wow, that's really helpful. And will you be keeping an eye on the Thunder Twister?
Definitely. I'll be at the operator station nearby and can give you updates on the repair progress. If it reopens, I'll let you know right away.
Thank you. I appreciate how you're helping us stay informed and comfortable.
The child's interest in horses makes which ride appealing? Which ride includes gondolas? How does the operator primarily assist the parent?
You will hear the third section of the conversation shortly.
So, how about we start with the Sunny Carousel? I can show you the way, and it's right next to the kids' snack shack if he wants a little break afterward.
That sounds perfect. I think he'll feel better with something familiar and calm to start with.
And if he feels brave later, we can check out the balloon voyage. Or maybe the mini train ride around the park. It's smooth and offers great views without any scares.
I like having those options. It makes me feel better knowing we have choices based on how he's feeling throughout the day.
Exactly. We want the day to be fun for everyone, especially for little ones. Remember, you can always ask any staff member for help or info, and I'm here if you need updates or anything else.
Thank you so much for your kindness and patience. It really helps to talk to someone who understands.
It's my pleasure. Enjoy your day here, and don't hesitate to come find me if you have any questions or concerns.
Will do. Thanks again for everything.
Which of the following is not offered as a potential ride option later? What emotion is the parent most clearly expressing?
You will hear a conversation followed by 5 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Grandpa, do you have a minute? I need your help with something very important.
Of course, Lily. What's going on? Laura.
I want to plan a surprise birthday party for Mom. Her birthday's next Saturday, and I think we could really make it special.
That's a wonderful idea. Your mom definitely deserves a surprise. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking of inviting some close friends and family over. We could decorate the backyard with fairy lights, get her favorite food, and maybe even a small cake from that bakery she loves.
The one on Elm Street? She adores their chocolate mousse cake. I can take care of picking that up on the day.
Perfect! I was hoping you'd say that. I also need someone to keep her distracted while we set everything up. Do you think you could take her out for lunch?
Absolutely. She'll be happy to spend time with her old dad. I'll just act like I wanted a special lunch for no reason.
That gives us at least 2 hours to get everything ready. I'll get some friends to help with the decorations. Oh, and I'm making a playlist of her favorite songs too.
Good thinking. What about food? Should we cater or are you cooking?
I thought we could order some things she likes. Thai noodles, spring rolls, maybe some sushi. Nothing too formal.
Sounds great. Do you want me to help with the invitations?
I've already messaged most people, but maybe you can call Aunt Jenny and Uncle Paul. They'll be more likely to come if you ask.
Consider it done. Lily, your mom will be so touched by all this. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, Grandpa. I just want her to feel loved and appreciated. She always does so much for us.
She'll be over the moon. Now let's make this the best surprise party ever.
What is Lily's primary motive for organizing the event?
Why does Lily want Grandpa to call Aunt Jenny and Uncle Paul? How will Grandpa help with the dessert? How does Lily approach planning the party? What will Lily contribute musically?
You will hear a conversation followed by 6 questions. Listen to each question. You will hear the question only once. Choose the best answer to each question.
Good morning. How can I help you and your furry friend today?
Hi, Dr. Simmons. This is Bella, my 3-year-old golden retriever. Lately, she's been showing signs of anxiety, especially during thunderstorms or when I leave the house.
I see. That's actually quite common in dogs. Can you describe her behavior during those times?
She paces around, whines, and sometimes even scratches at the doors. It's gotten worse over the past few months. I'm hoping to find a natural solution before considering medication.
That's very understandable. Holistic approaches can be quite effective. First, Have you tried any calming routines or changes in her environment?
I've tried playing soft music and leaving her favorite toys out, but they don't seem to help much.
In that case, we might look at herbal remedies. One option is chamomile. It has a calming effect on dogs, just like it does on humans. You can find it in some specially formulated dog treats or teas.
That sounds good. Is it safe?
Yes, in small doses. Another natural is CBD oil, derived from hemp. It's non-psychoactive and often used to reduce stress and anxiety in pets. However, the dosage must be carefully calculated based on her weight.
I've heard of that. How long does it take to work?
Some dogs respond within an hour, while others may need a few days of consistent use. It's also important to choose a product specifically made for pets.
Got it. Are there other options?
Yes. Bach flower remedies can help, particularly Rescue Remedy. It's a blend of flower essences that can be added to water or applied directly to her gums.
Interesting. What about diet?
Great question. A diet in omega-3 fatty acids, like fish oil, can support overall brain health and may reduce anxiety. You might also consider probiotics, as gut health influences mood.
That's very helpful. I'd like to try some of these before turning to medication.
Absolutely. I'll put together a plan with dosages and instructions. Let's monitor Bella's response and adjust as needed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Simmons. I really appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Bella's lucky to have such a caring owner. What is Bella's owner trying to avoid at this stage? Why does Dr. Simmons mention CBD oil with a dosage warning? What indicates Bella's anxiety is not a one-time issue. How does the vet initially try to address Bella's anxiety? Why might Rescue Remedy be considered unaccessible treatment? Which of the following best describes the vet's approach to treatment?
You will hear a news item once. It is about 1.5 minutes long. Then 5 questions will appear. Choose the best way to complete each statement from the drop-down menu.
One of the world's largest and most influential tech companies announced significant job layoffs, affecting thousands of employees worldwide. The company, which has been a major player in software development, hardware manufacturing, and cloud computing services, revealed that it will be reducing its workforce by approximately 10% over the next few months. This decision comes as part of a strategic restructuring plan aimed at cutting costs and refocusing the company's efforts on emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and quantum computing. According to the company's CEO, the layoffs were a difficult but necessary step to maintain competitiveness in a rapidly changing industry. We are committed to innovation and growth, but to achieve that, we need to optimize our resources and streamline our operations, the CEO stated in a press release earlier today. The company plans to provide severance packages, job placement assistance, and counseling services to support affected employees during this challenging transition. Industry analysts suggest that the layoffs reflect broader trends in the tech sector, where companies are adjusting to shifting market demands, inflationary pressures, and changes in consumer behavior following the global pandemic. Many firms are re-evaluating their priorities, investing more heavily in automation and cloud services, while scaling back on less profitable divisions. Employee reactions have been mixed, with some expressing disappointment and concern about job security, while others understand the need for change to ensure the company's long-term viability. Labour unions and employee advocacy groups have called for transparent communication and fair treatment during the restructuring process. This announcement has also impacted stock markets, with the company's shares experiencing a slight decline in early trading today. However, investors remain cautiously optimistic about the firm's future prospects as it pivots toward next-generation technology sectors.
You will listen to a 2 minutes video. Then 8 questions appear. Choose the best way to answer each question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us at this important session. Today, we're discussing the role of telehealth in post-pandemic patient care. Joining me are Dr. Mason, an internist, Dr. Kim, a pediatrician, and Dr. Patel, a psychiatrist. Dr. Mason, let's begin with you. How has telehealth changed your practice?
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. The pandemic forced us to rapidly shift to virtual care, and surprisingly, we adapted faster than we expected. I now use telehealth regularly for chronic disease management, especially for patients who live far from our clinic or have mobility issues. It saves time, reduces no-show rates, and improves patient satisfaction. However, I do believe it needs to be carefully integrated with in-person care to maintain quality.
That's a strong point. Dr. Kim, how has telehealth affected pediatrics?
Great question. Telehealth has helped us maintain continuity of care, especially during lockdowns. For follow-up visits, behavioral consultations, or parental guidance, it works very well. But there are clear limitations, especially with infants and toddlers. We can't conduct thorough physical exams through a screen, and sometimes we miss subtle cues. Also, some families struggle with the technology or don't have private space for appointments.
Right, access and limitations are critical. Dr. Patel, what has been your experience in mental health?
I agree. But we also need policy support, training for clinicians, and better guidelines. Telehealth has significantly expanded access to psychiatric care. Many patients who were previously reluctant to seek therapy due to stigma or transportation issues are now attending sessions regularly. It also allows us to see into patients' home environments, which can offer useful context. But we still face challenges with internet reliability and the digital divide, especially for elderly or low-income patients.
So, would you all agree that telehealth is a tool to enhance care, not replace traditional methods?
Absolutely. A hybrid model, using both in-person and virtual visits, seems to be the most effective.
I agree. But we also need policy support, training for clinicians, and better guidelines to protect patient privacy.
And we must make sure telehealth remains accessible to all. Equity in digital health is essential.
Thank you all for your insights. It's clear that telehealth has a vital role in the future of healthcare, but thoughtful implementation will be key.
You will hear a report once. It is about 3 minutes long. Then 6 questions will appear. Choose the best way to answer each question from the drop-down menu.
Personalized marketing has grown rapidly, with companies using customer data to tailor advertisements and offers. While this benefits businesses and consumers by creating relevant experiences, it also raises important ethical concerns. One key issue is privacy. Many consumers are unaware of how much personal information companies collect, such as browsing habits, location data, and purchase history. Privacy advocates argue that this data collection often happens without clear, informed consent. People may agree to terms and conditions that are lengthy and complex, meaning they don't fully understand what they are agreeing to. This lack of transparency creates a power imbalance, where companies gain extensive insights into individuals' lives while consumers remain largely uninformed. Ethicists also highlight the risk of exploitation. Personalized marketing can target vulnerable groups, like the elderly or low-income individuals, with products or offers that may not be in their best interest. This raises concerns about manipulation and fairness. Critics believe that companies have a responsibility to avoid practices that take advantage of such vulnerabilities. On the other hand, some business leaders defend personalized marketing as a way to improve consumer experience. By showing relevant ad recommendations, companies argue they help consumers find products and services that truly meet their needs. They suggest that when done responsibly, data use benefits both consumers and businesses. Technologists emphasize the need for stronger regulation and ethical guidelines. They advocate for transparent data practices, data anonymization, and giving consumers control over their information, like easy opt-in and opt-out options. Proper governance, they say, can protect privacy without sacrificing innovation.